The Miami zombie attack. This is one of the most appalling stories I've seen in my life. And I come from a family of law enforcement, including my father, who was a sergeant, retired sergeant, and even he said he's never seen anything so gruesome. The theme of this video is psychopaths on these new synthetic type of LSD drugs that make them just go nuts and attack us. That's number one. Psychopaths on these new types of drugs, or any drugs. And two, we need to be armed. We need to be level-headed, carry our firearms, and I want to talk about these topics during this video. If you're new to the channel, which a lot of you might be, I'm all about being level-headed, well-trained, an asset to society, and hopefully we never want to use our firearm. I'm all about the Constitution of the United States of America and protecting the Second Amendment. But let's face it, we're in a situation now with these whack jobs on drugs where we all need to think twice or 5 times. If you're not carrying a gun, you need to carry a gun if it's legal for you to do so. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about whack jobs on drugs and you getting your permit and carrying a gun. weaponseducation.com. Let's talk about this. I live in South Florida, in the Fort Lauderdale area, and I've crossed that spot in which this attack took place multiple times. About 1 time a month I cross that bridge. And any of us can be a victim of some whack job on drugs. There's so many crimes happening every single day all around us from whack jobs on drugs that you can't even read the news fast enough. It hits Google, it hits the news, and it's there for 3-4 hours and it's gone. For instance, just today, as I'm making this video on May 30th, 2012, Seattle, in a beautiful area. Seattle was paralyzed at midday Wednesday by 2 shootings that occurred within a half an hour. About 6, 7, 8 people were shot. I don't have all the details yet, it just happened. I know there's at least 3 dead, and the guy got away with it. He carjacked someone and shot that person in the head. Possibly it's the same person. They have to link it all together. But we have to arm ourselves. I don't know what's going on with society. I don't know if it's the drugs. I don't know if it's the economy. People are desperate and people are just going crazy right now. I'm not trying to get everyone all wound up and be nervous Nellies. That's not what I'm all about. I'm all about being calm, cool, collective. If you've been watching my channel, you know that this is a family channel. This is all about protecting ourselves, our loved ones, and other people's lives. The bicyclist who witnessed this so-called zombie attack. I mean, the guy, the bad guy on LSD, because evidently here in South Florida, we got the news here, it says he was on this. A synthetic stimulant known as bath salts. And the DEA has linked side effects ranging from impaired perception and also delusional behavior and aggression. Their skin gets so hot on this drugs that they take their clothes off. And that's what they're saying now. This guy just was all whacked out on this drug, and he picked the most easiest target there is, some homeless man sitting under the underpass, and absolutely chewed his face apart. It's unheard of. No ears, no eyeballs, no nose, no forehead, down to the bone, cheekbones, all gone. Almost 20 minutes of an assault. Do you want to wait for 911 if you're in that position? What if one of those bicyclists, what if that nutcase on drugs would just went like this and took down a bicyclist like you or I going to Miami Beach or any beach or anywhere in America, and that guy starts gnawing at your face. I tell you what, I want something to protect myself if it's legal. I want an extra large Espada, and I want my Glock. I'm going to tell that bad guy, I don't want to taste your teeth, you're going to taste my Glock. I'm going to show you what a Glock 10mm tastes like. I'm not trying to be vicious here or sound like some bully type of guy with a gun, because that's just the opposite of what I am. But I am saying lawmakers need to realize that we need to, as Americans, protect ourselves. Please give us that right. I did a video recently stating that a lot of different states do not allow people to conceal and carry firearms. I think it's ludicrous. We have an election coming up in November, as you know, 2012. It's very important for you to look at all the different candidates, Congress, Senate, everything, and vote so that we can better ourselves, better the gun laws so that we can arm ourselves. I think the most important part of this video is to alarm some people that you need to arm yourself, especially if it's legal in your state. I'm in Florida, and there's so many people I go, well, where's your gun? I don't have it. Well, why? Why? You could be murdered in the next hour. Who knows? You could be sitting at a cafe like these people were in Seattle and just be gunned down. It happens every day. I want to interject this statement right now, and that is, I have a petition right down below. I'm asking everyone in the United States of America to please sign it. It is all about how we can preserve our stand our ground law, which is part of the Castle Doctrine. It started in Florida in 2005, and it spread throughout the United States, which is a good thing. Now, because of the Zimmerman mess, we may lose a portion, or who knows what's going to happen, because Florida has a complete task force trying to figure out what to do with the stand your ground law. And I think we should keep our ground and stand our ground and keep the law the way it is. If you believe in what I'm saying, please sign the petition below. I'm just so appalled. I mean, the policeman in Miami, now think of this, he says in his 30 plus years on the job, the spokesman in Miami, this goes back to the 80s, when, like in the movie Scarface, when they took the chainsaw and they were chopping people up, that was gruesome. He says this incident was the most gruesome incident he's seen in his 30 years in the line of duty. Law enforcement, you guys rock on. You protect us, you save our lives. But we have to also protect our lives. Think of what a gruesome attack this is. Whack jobs on drugs, they don't care. And it took the cop, he had to unload his whole magazine to take the guy out. All right, now please throw in your input. What do you think? Should we arm ourselves in America? Of course, yes. Yes, if you're watching this channel, the answer is yes. Question 2. What do we do about these whack jobs and these new drugs? These new, whatever they call these LSD drugs, back from the 60s now, they're modernized. And this is, I don't know if I said this is the 3rd time in the last 60 days, 2 months, in Miami, that a similar type of attack has taken place. Not with face eating, but with aggression, violence, and the attacker was on the same type of drug. So this drug seems to be rampant right now. So, gosh, I mean, what do I got? I have to be afraid to go to the supermarket because some whack job is going to be on this new LSD type of synthetic drug? All right, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'm all about kindness, respect to other people in society. I'm all about protecting our Second Amendment rights. I'm all about having a harmonious relationship with your family and learning about firearms, learning about protecting yourself, and just be safe. Let's just all be safe and live in a harmonious society. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, please tell a friend, and throw in your comments. I mean, I'm beside myself. I've never seen a story like this. Please let me know what you think. Check it out, Tom from weaponseducation.com.